Oh, I had the most homework assignments.
No, Kevin did.
What?
Yeah, but
Well, oh yeah, I guess so.
The
But I
dog ate my
mean,
homework. I don't know what you're talking about.
okay, so
yeah,
Kevin, I'm assuming you did none of these things.
Let
no,
me pull it
because
up for the first time.
Kevin, oh, for the first time.
Ah,
What
for
a
the first.
dick. Why do we keep you around?
Comic relief?
Okay,
No,
well,
not really.
Not really.
he just makes us feel better about ourselves. Like at
Well,
the end of
okay.
the day, I look in the mirror, I'm like, at least I'm not Kevin.
Might as well just talk about it.
Okay, well, while you figure that out, I'm gonna start us up and welcome everybody to episode 4. You know, I was just gloating how we completed the trilogy, and not even a week later, here we are doing episode 4. What's that called in the series? Like, if 3 is a trilogy, what's the fourth one?
Quadrility.
Quadrilogy. I
The
don't know.
final.
The last episode.
Yeah, the series finale.
Going yeah, not just letting it die.
All right, so Kevin, since you were so eager to talk about it, what are you drinking this time around?
Well, I decided to try some Maker's Mark, which I've never really had
Oh, okay.
before. So I'm aware it's 45 proof instead of like vodka. Well, vodka's up there, but sake and wine are not that high. So
No, this is a very different experience.
yes.
Or
Are you sitting
drink.
somewhere comfortable where you can possibly slouch and slump over later? So, this is just in case you're not
Preferably
prepared.
nice, comfortable keyboard.
Yeah, there you go. Jerry can walk you right through that.
I might drool into it and then ruin my work computer.
Jay, when you woke up after episode 2, which letters did you have imprinted on your face?
I had, let's see, C, V, B, and N. I was kind of just on the edge,
Oh,
and a
right,
big
man.
space bar. A big space bar.
Oh,
So,
okay. All right. So you basically just got a bunch of snot on your mouse pad. If I'm
uh-huh.
judging the placement of your face correctly. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Okay. All right. So, Kevin, you're a Maker's Mark. Jerry, what are you drinking?
Well, I just finished my whoop
Just
ass.
finished? You?
I just
Oh,
finished my
no.
whoop ass double IPA. Actually, that was the second one for today. Now I'm about to open my very last, which I am sad for, my salted caramel chocolate porter. Wait, listen for it. Yeah, it's a beautiful sound.
Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot of words. I noticed. Okay, so you're drinking beer. Okay. So it
Uh-huh.
looks like we all stepped it up a notch. I brought out the old classic over here. As you can see, I am
I
drinking
can't.
good old reliable Teachers.
Oh, there you go.
For those who don't know what that is a blended Scotch whiskey made in heaven by angels, and is although it's still relatively a frugal option, it is way of a step up from that $3 bottle of whatever the hell I was drinking last week. I'm sorry, $2.85. I know you
Yes.
like when I'm accurate with that.
You could have gone for the $1.99 Black Cat wine that
No,
I
I'm
was.
no, that's the thing. I'm actually trying to see just what the bottom that I can hit is in this area as far as alcohol pricing, and so far that $2.85 is the cheapest thing I can find. That's not counting, of course, like that shitty. I'm sure I can find like beer that comes in like 10-cent cans, but I'm not counting that. I'm talking about something that you can actually like put on a table at dinner, and people will be like, okay." What how bad is it going, Mike?
This is the house wine. If you want something else, bring your own.
Yeah, that's by the way a good solution. If you are serving cheap liquor, just put it into some kind of like container, like what do you call them?
Carafe.
Yeah, like a carafe of some sort, and that just instantly, ups the value of it. Yeah,
What's the name of
Plus,
the glass with the very wide bottom? Decanter, right?
yeah, decanter. There you
yes.
go.
I actually
There's that.
have one of those.
Do you ever use that? I always want to buy a decanter or something like that extent, but it seems like just an extra step. Like I can just pour alcohol into a glass and drink it. Why would I pour it into a decanter? It's more
Or at
work.
least this way, you can say, "Hey, let me grab the decanter," and I don't know, sound important or something.
Would I be saying this to myself? Because usually I drink alone at home.
Probably.
I I
Okay.
I used it once for Thanksgiving, and it's hell to clean if you don't like rinse it out immediately when you're
Why do
done.
you, wait, why do you need to rinse out a decanter? You put alcohol in it.
Yes, and then when you're done, right? It's empty. If you leave it, it's wine at that point, so it got all stained with the red wine. So then cleaning it out was a little tough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm picturing putting just liquor in it and then letting it clean itself.
That's a lot of liquor.
Well, I'm just
I
saying.
don't mean to interrupt the liquor conversation, but I know that Skippy here is a little bit uncomfortable. He's sitting on a rock hard 2.5-inch boner for a particular game that he's been playing, that we've all been playing.
Oh, no, I'm saying, no, okay. Well, no, I was going to say that till the end. I was going to first berate. Wait, are you doing this because Kevin said he didn't do a single homework assignment and you're just trying to, like, draw attention from his failure as usual?
I'm trying to let him off the hook, but I guess you don't want to do that.
Kevin has to agree to homework assignments.
No,
no.
Really?
Future Man, I could do. I want to watch that one.
I've been to school and I don't remember teachers telling me I have to agree to do my homework. I just remember them giving it to me and then yelling at me when I did it badly.
I'm out of elementary and high school, so now it's pay for school. So I don't think I paid you to be taught anything.
Wow.
Holy
Then
crap.
no mattresses for you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
okay.
I was just virtually dick slapped.
If you're not doing your homework,
Ouch.
you're not getting any mattresses. You hear that? Whoever handles mattress deliveries, Kevin doesn't get any because he hasn't done his homework. You could just cut that mattress in half and give half of it to Skippy and half of it to me.
I only get the topper.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I actually did some of my homework. Oh, you know what? I can't even be that mad at Kevin. I did the second worst in my homework assignment because I did not go see Spider-Verse. I'm still kind of putting that off. I know. It's one of those. I told you, it's one of those things. Like I almost don't want to do it because once it's done, I can't watch it for the first time again. Which I know sounds completely insane. Yeah, I know that's crazy talk.
It's okay. I didn't watch it either.
Oh, I thought you did.
Mm-mm.
Wait, you never watched Spider-Verse?
No.
The fuck? Oh my god, you people are useless.
I could have sworn you.
Should I just?
Is it even in the theaters anymore?
It is, but it's not in as many as it used to be. It kind of did its theatrical run. So at this point, I might as well just wait. It's going to be on Amazon or HBO or Netflix in just a couple of months.
So what you're saying is now it's only in the small theater with 5 rows of seats or some shit. So I might as well wait.
Yeah, that's the approach I'm taking. Yeah, I'm definitely doing the lazy thing where I'm just like, oh no, did I miss it? Ah, damn it. Ah, I totally meant to, but then other things happen.
We could talk about movies I did see, like Glass. Oh wait, you guys didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, no. Let's talk about that. So how was it? Did it give any kind of? Did it do justice to the last 2 movies? Because when we talk about M. Night Shyamalan.
Hey, that's insensitive.
No, that's not how you pronounce it at all. It's. I think Jerry was closer.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's got some good movies. I really enjoyed
Movie. He's got a good movie.
2. No, he's got 2. Unbreakable was good.
Yeah,
Unbreakable was good.
Fantastic.
Unbreakable was passable. Yeah. It was.
It was cool. Unbreakable was a cool way to look at the superhero genre. I thought that was cool.
Yes, it was definitely unique in its approach.
Yes.
I will give him that. Yes.
Thank you. And Split I thought was excellent. I thought that was an excellent movie. Really? You didn't like Split?
I will say Split had a great performance from Avery. What's his name? As usual. McAvoy. Where did I get Avery from?
I need to print out labels.
No. I have to remind everybody in every episode. I really do have anomia. I'm telling you, it's not like a really bad clinical case of it, but I cannot remember names of people. I'm okay with names of objects, and even then I forget things. But when it comes to titles and names, I am a lost cause. Okay, so James McAvoy. Okay, Avery.
Oh, good job.
Okay, so James McAvoy was really good in it. He's good in everything, by the way. I would say he's actually an underrated actor because even though he's in a lot of things and people do say he's good, I don't think his name comes up too often when people talk about, great current actors. And I think his name definitely belongs on that list. Go down the list of his movies that he's made and He's awesome in all of them. He pretty much carries almost every movie he's in.
Well, he produces and directs most of them, right?
Who? James McAvoy?
No, I know you're talking about McAvoy, but I mean M Night.
No,
It's
M
the
Night.
story. You're right. McAvoy carries the show. Like
No,
Split
but I
was
mean,
awesome because of that acting.
right. And he was also great in Filth. That's a movie I recommended, I think, in episode 1. If you haven't seen Filth, it's a movie he did a few years ago. Look it up. It's also awesome. It's a British movie, so you may need the subtitles on, but it's really, really cool. I don't want to say anything because it also has kind of like a twisty, like fucked up thing, but it's an awesome movie about like corrupt cops and drugs and all this shit. It's really awesome.
Now, The Sixth Sense was okay too, though.
The Sixth Sense I love. That was a good movie. I don't know if it still holds up, but I don't know if it holds up just because we've already seen it and we kind of know what to expect from that sort of genre where you kind of sit and try to figure out what the twist is or whatever it happens to be. But considering the fact that was one of his first movies and you really didn't know what you were getting into,
Yeah.
I thought Sixth Sense was excellent.
Yeah, that was good. And then The Last Airbender. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was insane.
No,
That was,
Ridiculous.
Really, he did that? I
Yes.
don't totally block that out of my mind. And
Yeah.
we're not going to go into another rant about signs. But anyway.
wait. He also did.
shh.
Wait, he also did The Village, which was really
see
bad.
I never saw
that.
that.
The Village is horrible. And then there is The Happening, also very, very bad. And there was
Was that the one
also
with the pool? There was something with a pool.
no, that was Lady in the Water. I actually never saw it, but I because everyone warned me to stay away from it. And then there was also the movie he did before. After Earth. I dare you to watch that.
After
That
Earth.
sounds so
What
familiar.
is that
It's
about?
it's with Will Smith and his son. It's where they
I did-
crash.
That was an
maybe I
M. Night
didn't see the whole
Shyamalan
thing.
movie?
Yeah, he didn't write it, but he directed it. I think they said something like he did it as a favor to Will Smith. In fact, Will Smith might have been like Will Smith, I think, wrote the story, and then I don't know who wrote the screenplay, and then I think they kidnapped M. Night Shyamalan's family and threatened him that if he doesn't direct the movie, they'll have them all murdered. So he made it, and I dare you to watch After Earth.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
I don't
it.
know if I could drink that much liquor and still like breathe.
Breed or breed? Well, it doesn't matter. You won't be able
Breathe.
to. Yeah,
Breathe. Either.
either way, that will kill most of the things inside your body.
So back to Jerry's question. I enjoyed it, and I was not expecting. He actually laid the twist in slowly. So there was a moment you're like, "Oh, I see what's happening." And
Wait,
then
for which movie? For Glass?
Glass, yeah. So it had M. Night sort of unique perspective in the sense of the way he films it, like camera angles and stuff. His action shots are a lot of like, here's a body cam while somebody's rolling around or something, and it was interesting.
Well, he can't do action. He still hasn't. That's not his forte.
No, it isn't. But I like it because it's not what everybody else does. Actually, I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It almost is a lead in to more films or a series or something. It's actually kind of neat the way they left off.
They didn't conclude this thing.
It
Don't
kind
don't
is-
they know that a trilogy is where you end and the fourth of anything is just a huge cop out and cash grab?
Well, it did. What
I
it
get
is.
that feeling.
No, it's not. It is the end of a trilogy, but it's open to more
Universe-
stories in the world of that universe or whatever.
Oh my God, were they all dead? And then the kid just walks on screen later and goes, the big reveal is all three of them are dead. Is that it? Yeah. I see bad filmmaking.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was it compared to the other movies, I guess?
But do it in reverse. Let's fuck this one. Let's say 10 is terrible and 1 is excellent.
Just
Okay.
my God.
As long as the listeners are paying attention. Unbreakable by itself, or am I only measuring all three with respect to each other?
You know what? Measure all three. Give it to us, and then we'll
Flip the scale on each one, and then do 1 from 1 to 5. But don't say which one. Just
Wait,
give it
I'm
random
confused.
numbers, and we have to figure out what they mean.
Everything
So
that
then
comes out of
555,
huh?
and you can't tell anything.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, this one
No.
was blue.
So that's interesting. Did I like Unbreakable better than Split? I'm gonna say yes, kind of. I'll say Unbreakable was on the reverse scale, let's
Oh,
give
no.
it.
I think I broke Kevin.
Let's give it a 3. We'll give Split a 4, or maybe a 5, and then Glass is the 4.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
That's a
They're
little
all-
bit better than Split.
So they're all
I
somewhere
think
between
so.
6. So they're all somewhere between D's and C's. That's not that impressive.
7. Unbreakable is a 7.
That's a C.
You just said 6. Wait, no,
What
you
is
said
it?
Unbreakable was an 8, right?
I said Unbreakable was a 3.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
want to convert to
That would make it a 7 on the normal scale,
Yeah.
which is a
Can't read
C.
the 1 divided by 5. Fuck, this is too much after a couple of years. So.
That's what you get for drinking before the podcast.
Let me say this. That's enough of Glass.
You were complaining before that we weren't drunk enough during the last podcast, so that means that we have to start drinking before the podcast.
Yeah, we
we're
do have
even.
to find like a happy medium. Okay, so for everyone who's confused, let's just kind of get everything in order. So if I understood, the order that these are in is Unbreakable is the best, Split would be the worst, and Glass would be between the two.
Yeah, but they're so close. It's not like a huge separation.
Okay.
So that's pretty good, though. That's a good series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, go into it knowing you're seeing M. Night movie.
Are there
Then
after
it's-
credit scenes, or can I leave and start talking shit about it as soon as the credits start rolling?
There's no there. Well, I didn't stay to the very end, but there's sort of images and stuff during the credits, which is kind of neat.
You mean letters
is there-
arranged in words and names?
Actionable. Is there?
No,
Film.
there's like still images from the stuff. It puts it all together, really. It's not like it's extra stuff.
Oh, from all 3 movies, you mean?
Yeah, it even lists the other movies.
Gotcha.
It was good. I think he did a good job wrapping it up in terms of how trilogies could tank as you get further in the series. He did
Mhm.
fine.
So this is good. We've gotten to like one topic in 22 minutes.
Oh
So
yes, which brings
Are
me.
we are we aiming for 3 hours this time, or are we going to? We shaved it down to 1 hour and 33 minutes last time.
Okay, so let's see. Right. So the first one we did, how long? I don't remember how long the first episode
The
was.
first one was like an hour and 20 minutes. It
Right, an hour
wasn't-
20 minutes, and we were like, "Holy crap, that's way too long. We definitely need to go shorter." So we went
Right.
1 minute and 44 minutes.
An
You
hour
want
and
another
we said-
movie to talk about?
And then we said, "Okay, that's absolutely insane. We have to make it way, way, way shorter," and we dropped it all the way to 1 hour and 32 minutes.
33.
Maybe-
Yeah.
Maybe
And-
hour and a half is our calling.
I can't imagine. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
how.
if-
I don't know how podcasts
have-
make it to like 80. No, not 80. How podcasts make it an hour or less. I don't understand. They cover so many more topics and say so many more intelligent, profound, insightful things in a third of the time that we just babble about nothing.
Oh, no, I told you
Are
it's
we
structure.
supposed
You
to
have to
be-
have a timer.
Profound and intelligent.
I also insightful.
Yeah. Well,
While we're
Fuck.
drunk.
We're also at another disadvantage today. I don't know where I put that bell.
oh no.
Oh.
So also
3.5 hours later, we'll still be discussing stupid stuff.
And by the way, we lose about 5-10 minutes of each episode saying how we're gonna try to make it shorter. So maybe if we eliminate that part, we can already.
It's already
stop
shorter.
with
Success.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what? In a good accomplishment news, Skippy helped me figure out how to set my Twitter handle to something functional. So now I'm at Jerry Yells at twitter.com.
Wow, that wasn't taken. That's
Or,
actually
well,
pretty impressive.
no, not twitter.com, on Twitter.
And
It's not email. It's not email. It's
https://www.
playing up the old man thing. So, I gotta play that up a little bit.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
So, and Kevin, I'm sorry, I forgot. What was your Twitter handle?
Do, 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 do.
Failure.
What's a good? Oh, we better not talk about it. I have to come up with it first before. Otherwise,
Yeah,
someone steals it.
Yeah, you have to make sure you have it.
Kevin Sucks or something like that.
Well, while Kevin figures that out, the podcast is at Old Men Yell, and Jerry, you said you are at Jerry Yells,
Jerry Yells.
Yells with an S, and I'm at Cynical Skippy. So Kevin, when you finally do put your Twitter account together, You know
Then
who to
we'll have
follow.
3 followers.
I can't wait. And then you get the money. Then you get the power. Then you get the mattresses. Okay, so I did. Okay, so the other part of my homework that I did do, however. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Are you finished with your Glass review? I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. I did watch most of Polar, which was recommended by Jerry. Kevin, did you have a chance to take a look at that at all, or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was
So,
playing your Anthem game.
oh, okay. Stop jumping ahead of things. So Polar is on Netflix. So I figured out, like when you go to the gas station and you see that bin of direct to DVD movies for like $1 or included free with your car wash.
Hey, he
So
was doing that in Polar.
what's that?
He would rent the movies from that in Polar.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Yeah. So basically, what Netflix's strategy is, okay, we're gonna spend money and make really awesome shows like Daredevil season 1 through 2.7, and then we're going to buy these horrible movies which will never ever be distributed or see the light of day unless we buy them. Like there's these, I don't know how this kind of works, but like studios will make movies, and then if they can't distribute it themselves, they sell them to other companies and studios, and they handle all the distribution. So that's a really good chance
What
for.
Netflix is doing is hoping that people will just watch them and fall asleep before the end, so people will get the impression that it's a good movie, and they just don't actually make it to the end, and they're like, in the morning they wake up and they go, "Oh, that was a good movie I watched on Netflix last
Yeah,
night."
yeah. I don't want to sound stupid or say that I possibly could have wasted time watching a terrible movie, so I'm gonna go tell everyone about it. It's how great it was. So that's kind of the thing with Polar. Like you watch it, and by the way, I haven't finished it. I have 20 minutes left. That final scene at the end.
Oh, so you haven't seen the big twist at the end?
Wait, is there really a twist?
I don't know.
Oh, god damn it. All right. Well, no. So no, I haven't gotten to the twist, but I have seen the rest of it. And yeah, my only real question about Polar is I understand it's not trying to be some great classic film that, is going to be in the Criterion collection. But why did they just get the worst possible actors for it? With the exception of the main guy whose name I can't pronounce, the guy who played Lashif in James Bond, and he's in a Death Stranding game, and he was Hannibal in the show, and he's a great actor. The distance between his acting ability and the rest of the cast is so huge.
Really? I thought the guy that played the head of the Assassin's Guild, or whatever you would,
The fat guy?
Yeah, I thought he was wonderful. I thought he had amazing range and wasn't comic relief at all.
Oh, okay, all right. See, I'm sensing sarcasm.
Really?
It did sound like sarcasm just now.
Just a little bit. No, everyone is so bad in that movie. And by the way, visually, it's really cool. The story is okay, whatever. It's just your basic, like, run-of-the-mill guy, a retired assassin who can't be allowed to retire for various reasons. And the Assassin's Guild he used to work for is now out to kill him. And there's a ton of gratuitous violence and sex. And whereas in John Wick, you had nothing but headshot after headshot, in this movie, everyone has their eyeballs gouged out. So that's like their shtick.
And
But
usually take between like 30 and 300 bullets each.
yeah, okay.
They went with quantity and not quality in this one.
That's
Is
hilarious.
Is it weird that I like that part? That's the thing. You have to see, like, it takes clip after clip after clip of like 50 millimeter ammo to kill anybody in this movie.
So he's got
Like-
endless pockets.
No.
At one point, there was like the guy in the trailer.
Yes.
They were 4 people like unloading fully automatic weapons into this guy.
at point blank range.
Or the yeah.
And he still like yells at them to get like back in his trailer or something like that. And
It's like, box.
yeah, and like they have a guy who's a sniper, right? And he has this gigantic sniper rifle which shoots bullets the size of my car, and those are meant to like disable the person they're about to kill, and then they swarm on him and put about 300 more rounds in him. So Man, that's a lot of ammunition. These are very expensive assassins.
It's
Like you
not
said,
a cheap movie.
quantity over quality. I mean, John Wick is like, hand-to-hand gun martial arts,
Oh.
He used his hands. All I remember from John Wick was like just like pure headshot. I mean, that guy could
Well, sure.
Yeah, he would
head.
like kneecap headshot, kneecap headshot, kneecap headshot. Throw
It's
a gun at guy's head, kneecap headshot, take his
But how
gun.
many times is he, someone gets close to him and he's using the guy as a meat shield and then he blows his head off at the end?
I lost
Oh,
count.
sure.
It
Yeah.
happens to all the people.
In Polar,
It has
I think
finesse.
they stretched the limits of what one human could actually endure and still be functional, because at one point he went through this like horrible extended period of torture.
Oh, that part
And
was oof.
like I don't think a human would have more blood in their body. And then like after again, it's the whole suspension of disbelief thing. He manages to murderize like 80-90 people after that. It's if you like a movie just for entertaining gratuitous violence, it's good.
And it
uh,
does have and it does have an endless hallway scene. The one that was
yes.
popularized by that what was the name of the original movie
Daredevil.
that did it? Well, no, Daredevil did it as well, but it did as an homage to Old Boy. That was that was a very famous scene in Old Boy where it's a continuous scene where he's walking down a hallway and he's just fighting people and like he gets tired and blah blah blah. They kind of had their version of that in Polar, which was pretty cool. Just much more violent.
Oh my God. Wait. Oh, okay. So, new development. Sorry to interrupt. Speaking of like assassin movies slash shows, and because this is being developed as a show, it might actually be good, and I hope it is.
It's a lot of build up.
Yeah. No. 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 There's some sportsing event today. I forget what it's called. Some super something or other.
Wait, is that actually
Um,
today? Is that today?
Yes.
yeah, that's today.
Wow, we are such nerds.
Yes,
Totally.
we are. But after the sporting event, Netflix is debuting. They're going to
I know.
show 24 hours.
Yes.
Hannah.
Wait,
The
that's
first
not what I
episode
thought.
of Hannah.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say. First of all, Hannah's not Netflix, it's Amazon.
Oh, is it Amazon?
It is Amazon, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I discovered that because of the free anime stuff that you sent us. Yes. So, okay, then I don't know how Amazon stuff is. I don't watch enough
Wait.
of Amazon stuff,
Wait.
but they're
Hold
what?
it. Hold it.
Hold
Free
on.
anime stuff.
I sent you, yes, today
Dude,
you could
oh my
buy.
fucking God. Do you listen to anything that happens in general conversation with us three? You were
Do you
like
remember-
that the other day. Like,
Tell me.
whoa, what
Wait.
was
First,
about
tell
the
me
job?
which of the
Oh.
10 text apps you're talking about.
I think I was I think or, wait, how much time passed before when I was laid up in the hospital that Kevin realized that I was missing.
So, as I was saying, that reminded me that it's not actually Netflix. So I don't know if this applies, the whole TV series versus movie thing, but I really enjoyed the movie Hannah.
Yes.
I thought it
Attack
was
on Titan
cool.
you're talking
Like,
about?
oh
You found
my
you
God.
found the message.
I
Yes.
saw that. That's like not a whole bunch of anime. That's one series.
No,
There's actually
yeah,
3 series
this-
that you could get today on Amazon, but that's not
Okay.
important. Just figure it out
So-
later.
Okay, I'm going to go on another tangent, and this is
Wait.
Kevin.
It's
in a nutshell.
Inception. We're 2 layers down.
No, yes. Kevin is always 2 layers down. I fucking love Kevin. He's an endless source of entertainment. So now I'm going to go back probably 25 years ago, and
Jesus
like
Christ.
like we were. This is General Kevin. My father said, "Hey, there's this free concert at this place. It was I don't know, Jay Sprat's on the Water or whatnot." So we were going there. It was me, it was Kevin, it was another one of our friends, Jeremy, and it was one of our friends, Bill. We go down here, and turns out my father gave us wrong information. this free concert wasn't happening. So we were just wandering around, and there was this little like
Wait, how do you
river.
think there's a concert happening, but there's not a concert happening?
It was like a cheesy bar kind of thing that would have that kind of,
Okay.
like we were watching this, we were just along this dock on this river kind of thing, and there was a bridge, like one of the bridges that opens and closes
I
and everything. So we're watching that bridge, and the bridge starts to open. We're looking at the bridge and the mechanics of it and everything. And then myself, our friend Jeremy, and our friend Bill decided to look at what caused the bridge to open. And it was this boat with some people on it. And the woman in the front on the bow of the boat was topless, and she's there, and she's like, shaky, 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 dooku, dooku, dooku. And we're all like, whoa, that's nice. And the boat goes through, and the bridge closes.
That's totally the sound that breasts make when you shake them, by the way. Duka duka duka
Exactly.
duka. Very accurate description.
And we all go like, whoa, that was awesome. And Kevin goes, did you see that? And we were like, dude, fucking yeah. And Kevin was like, just the way the mechanics, like the gears and everything. And we were like, Kevin, Kevin, we were talking about the half naked woman on the front of the boat. And Kevin was like, what half naked woman? So Kevin's always like distracted about something else, and that's what makes him wonderful and beautiful. We love him for that. I have plenty of other Kevin stories like that, but
The sad part is I'm much more interested in the other attraction over the gears of a drawbridge. But that's in the past.
That's interesting. Kevin, you remind me of some heroin addicts I used to hang out with in a different life when I was younger. They also would be distracted by completely, like, would be like, oh, is it? I would also like be downtown and be like, oh man, look at her, she's hot, and they'd be like, yeah, man, look at my fingers, these things are amazing. Yeah.
That's fun. So anyway, thank you for the free anime tip. Hopefully, Hannah is a cool series. I thought that was a really cool movie. I thought it was an interesting concept.
I'll be honest, if the movie was more recent, I would put up a fight, but I actually hated that movie. So really? I remember seeing the preview for the show that's coming out and going, oh, thank God I don't have to watch this because the movie was so bad.
I remember enjoying the movie. I haven't seen them. I saw it when it first came out, but I remember enjoying it.
Hey, good news. You're still allowed to enjoy it just because I don't.
No, but I'm saying, like, why didn't you enjoy that? Like, I don't know.
There was just something. It's been so long. I just remember seeing that and just going, real, like the whole thing with the deer, and I don't know, just the way everything was like set up and built. It just felt very pointless. Like I didn't care about any of the characters in that, and the whole weird thing with her father. I think it was Eric Bana, right? Like I didn't care about the villain. I didn't care about her father. I didn't care really about her. It was just like, okay, so this thing just happened. None of these characters made any impression. It was just corny. I don't know. Like they didn't really explain anything. She's like, why did he train her all that? Because he knew all this stuff was coming and going to happen. But yeah.
So you know about the show, the coming attractions, or the trailer to that? Didn't interest me at all. Never saw it.
Hannah?
Yep.
Do you know what Hannah's about?
The premise is cool. I just didn't like the movie.
So I enjoyed it. So it's basically like this girl. She's like this teenage girl, and she's trained to be this incredible assassin. And the fact that she's this little teenage girl that you would never like give a second look to makes her even more dangerous because she's, she could kill you with her pinky, and you wouldn't expect that from a sweet little teenage girl kind of thing. And
like Dark Angel.
Yeah, the second best Alyssa Milano show of all time.
Yeah. Wow, exactly. There you go.
I would say the premise is interesting enough, Kevin. We should definitely give it a look-see. I'm gonna wait for the reviews. I don't know. It just I think the movie tainted enough from it. Okay. Plus, it's so
susceptible to reviews. Just go watch it.
It's also really weird that no. I'm saying I'm not gonna see it because I didn't like the movie. But what I mean is that it's also really weird that first of all, the movie came out a long time ago. I mean, you're talking about
Yeah.
about 15 years or
Yeah.
10 to 15 years,
Probably.
and it wasn't like a huge hit. It wasn't exactly an indie movie, but it was definitely not some big blockbuster. So on one hand, I sort of understand why they're introducing because it's like most people have no idea what it is, but on the other hand, I'm guessing it would have generated a lot more buzz if it was some really well-known property. Or maybe the fact that it wasn't really popular is giving them license to do whatever they want with it and pretty much just completely switch it up. I don't know.
It might just be someone who has the money for it and is like, they enjoyed it and they were like, this is going to be my pet project.
Well, it's clear Netflix's or Amazon's budget, both of them, is, at a lower level.
Yeah, but they're both trying to crank up content now because Disney's streaming service is launching next year, and everyone is panicking because Disney, after their purchase of Fox, I mean, Disney now owns everything.
Wait, did that finalize and was that approved?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. They own all the things, including some of the biggest franchises out there. So it's like them and Sony at this point, and Sony is like, even though Sony is huge, they're minuscule compared to the kind of stuff that Disney now has has access to. So
how many more years till there's like the government says break up the monopoly?
Yeah, they've been doing a great job with tech companies so far. So yeah, I'm optimistic. The government doesn't care. Boo, the government. Boo. I thought you were gonna. You know what? I completely misunderstood what you were gonna talk about. For some reason, I thought you were gonna talk about the Titanfall thing, which has nothing to do with anything. You know the game Titanfall?
Yes, but I never. I think I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did it once and didn't do anything, or I watched it or something stupid.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not a bad game, but they're launching apparently their own version of like Battle Royale, which is going to be cool because Titanfall has like huge mechs. So it would be the first sort of Battle Royale game where it adds like that element to it, where, you have like these guys running around with guns and everything, but you also can summon these gigantic mechs and, onto the battlefield. So I don't know how the balance of that is going to work. Anyways, that was going to come out this weekend too. But it's funny how we care about all these things instead of the fucking Super Bowl. I couldn't care less about this game. And it's not even just because the Patriots are playing and everybody hates the Patriots, but I think
the Patriots are playing? I don't even know who's playing.
I don't know who's playing. All I know is that's usually when good commercials come out. And my wife actually bought us Doritos and like pigs in a blanket when she went to the grocery store. So
yeah, I mean she's a great human being. She should be on this podcast. But it's the thing is with commercials is that first of all you can now see all of them online before, after, and during the Super Bowl. So at this point,
better marketing.
Better marketing to what? To have them on during the show or in general?
No, just to spread out their awareness and their visibility.
Yeah, but some of them tie into the game in kind of cool ways. I thought I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, and I don't remember which company it was. I think it was either Clorox or Tide. It was some company that makes detergent, and I thought their marketing pool was actually really good. So you know how in between periods and you have like the commentators that talk about the game, and you had Terry Bradshaw, who's one of the like biggest names in football, and he comments on every major game. So they have him there for every Super Bowl, and he was sitting there and he was wearing like a white shirt, and there was like this stain on his shirt, but they never drew any attention to it. So people were just like on Twitter and whatever, just like, dude, why is Terry Bradshaw wearing like a dirty like does he know like he's wearing oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
God, was that really part of an advertisement?
Right, so this went on for like 30 minutes.
Product placement.
Yeah, he kept coming on and they had a stain, and then at some point at the end of one of the commentary he just stands up and goes, oh my god, there's a stain on it, and immediately goes into a commercial for like Tide or something like that, where like it's Terry Bradshaw like running out of the studio to wash his shirt.
That's hilarious. That is brilliant. That is awesome.
I'm sorry, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Come on, though.
No.
No, that's so bad.
Genius.
That's
genius.
That's not genius. That's like, wow, really? Can you play me anymore? Like,
that's product placement in a clever, inconspicuous way.
Because everyone was talking about it before it even happened. That was really smart.
Once they cut to that commercial, like anyone who has half a brain is like, oh, they're trying to play us.
Jerry, don't be a marketing person ever. like
I-
you'd be fired in a second. That
I'll
was
have you.
genius.
I'll have you know,
True.
I have half a brain, and I enjoyed that commercial.
Yeah, like why don't you put on
Two
a red
verse
mouth
one.
hat? Jesus Christ.
Because it's in the wash. And the best, it also doesn't matter because the best commercial already aired, and that was, of course, the commercial for Fast and Furious presents Hobbs
new
and
movie thing. Oh my
Hobbs and
god.
Shaw.
I have been doing my homework. I started episode, and I'm not going to say it's basically an episode because this is basically a long TV series with like 2 hour shows. I
Yep.
started episode 6 last night
I'm
of
trying to remember.
the.
Oh, 6 is a good one. Six is great.
Yeah,
This
Hobbs
is-
and Shaw?
No. He's on Fast
no,
and Furious
Fast
6.
and-
So you just finished Fast and Furious 5, Ocean's
Yeah.
11. No, I'm serious. Fast and Furious 5 is
Like-
basically a remake of Ocean's 11 with cars. It is like
Oh
a
my
bank
God.
heist movie. It's so good.
Well, okay, they're good in the sense that like so now the Fast and Furious, like I guess I started off thinking that they were like just movies about racing cars and fast cars and everything.
Yeah, that was the
And
first
part
one.
of-
They abandoned that idea. No, I'm sorry, the second one, but whatever.
So part of the, I guess my thinking about like car racing movies is that physics plays into it, and it's
Why?
kind of based in what's that word? Shit. Starts with an R. Reality.
What's
That's
the
it.
word?
Yeah. No,
Spoon,
not based
fork,
in reality.
whatever it is.
There is no spoon.
Yeah. So like and it gets worse and worse each episode, each movie. And like the shit that was going on in the 5th movie was so beyond anything that would happen in reality. And
So-
like there are some movies like Skyscraper where he's like The Rock is like jumping through shit and like shit is on fire
Careful.
where
Careful what you say about
That's-
The Rock in my presence.
you're like no, the movie itself is totally unbelievable, but the shit that was happening in Fast and Furious 5 was like, okay, Star Wars is not as science fiction-y as this. So I can't imagine what 6, 7, and 8 are into, and then like 9, whatever. Like fucking, where do they go from there? I mean, I'm not going to spoil what happened in the end of 5, but there's
You
There's-
can.
It's well past the spoil
Yeah,
zone.
yeah, you can. Yes,
It's like a decade ago that movie came
yeah,
out. You can
Yeah.
talk
I
about
guess so. When they're driving, like these two cars are driving down the road with this steel safe.
Yeah, it's so
It's
good.
like the size of a small house, and they're like just throwing this thing around, using it as a weapon. Like,
I have an
what the
interesting
fuck?
wait. I have an interesting tidbit about that. That is
Go.
actually done with the real. That's not CGI. A good part of that scene was actually filmed. Now, it's obviously the weight is not what that thing would weigh in real life, but they actually did. They actually
because-
did drag a huge piece of metal behind the cars, and if you watch the making of it, which okay, I watched. I admit. They actually said that they had to rewrite parts of that scene because that thing did things they never expected or anticipated. They're like, we thought it was just gonna like they would turn and it would go to the right, but nope, it did completely opposite and pulled all the cars with it and just threw them off the bridge into the water. We had to reshoot like a ton of it.
That bumps the movie up a couple of notches in my mind. Then, like, I would think that I thought that thing was on wheels the whole time, and there was actually a car underneath that safe. You know how they have that like the
Oh yeah.
driving.
Yeah, no. So if you thought that was ridiculous, and by the way, I love how you have an issue with physics, but the fact that you believe in a world where somebody like Vin Diesel can be a mastermind of any planning is something you completely glaze over. Wait,
No, you know what?
wait. Yes.
He plays D&D a lot, so like he's got that kind of analytical mind. He's thinking about stuff. Have you never watched D&D?
You can't take that back. I'm sorry. You just can't. This is like when I was watching The Meg and they were like Jason Statham as a scientist, and I was like, oh, it's that kind of movie. Okay, let's do this. So yes, if you thought that was extreme, you need to watch 6, 7, and 8 because they actually up the ridiculous level. Absolutely.
start-
Take it up a
Vin
notch.
Diesel was good in Riddick.
Oh yeah, dude, both the Riddick movies are awesome.
They really were.
Both.
Is Riddick the one where it was like the dark side of the planet and those crazy aliens come out of nowhere?
So there's technically three Riddick movies. There's Pitch Black.
Oh, right.
There's what was the second one?
Pitch Black was the cool one.
Pitch Black was the very first one. That's when Riddick is introduced. Then there's a second one where that second one is fucking awesome. It's when there's that whole invasion by the necromongers or the necromancers, whatever they're called. Do you remember they have that whole thing where they're like, you keep what you kill? Where the movie ends. It has one of the greatest endings where he kills their leader and he basically assumes control of this whole army.
Don't tell me the ending if I haven't seen the fucking movie.
Wait a minute.
Gave me the answers already.
And then there was
Black you haven't seen?
No, he's talking about the second one.
Pitch Black. I haven't seen the other one. I saw Pitch Black in the movies.
I think the second one might have been called something like not the Legend of Riddick. I don't remember, but the third one is
I think
the
it's
third one.
Riddick.
Yeah.
No, the third one is called Riddick. The second one is called something else, and
No.
No, I'm telling you. All right, you're gonna make me look this up, aren't you?
I'm gonna do it right now.
You're gonna make the guy that sucks at names and titles actually
Riddick
look.
and then Riddick Blindsided? No.
What?
Vin Diesel was in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, he's the voice of Groot.
He's Groot.
Oh God!
he had a lot of lines in that movie.
Not only that, but he also does the voice of teenage Groot as well. They just auto-tuned
speed it up.
Yeah, they just auto-tuned it. It's great.
Oh hey, he was in Babylon AD.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, it was Chronicles of
ED.
Thank you. It was Riddick. Yeah, it was Chronicles of Riddick and then just Riddick. So Chronicles of Riddick is technically the second one.
But there's a couple, right?
Oh my God. XXX4, XXX4 is in pre.
No, why? Oh God, why? No, it's not, is it? Come on. Triple X Return of Xander Cage. Wait a minute. The third one, Return of Xander Cage tanked. There's no way they're going to make a fourth one. Oh my God, they're making a fourth one. Oh my God. Why? Just why? I actually didn't finish the third one. I gave with like something like 20 minutes left. I turned it off. I couldn't take it anymore. That was bad. And I love the first one.
So we're on movies for a while. What do we have in our homeworks?
Well, how about this?
I don't know. You didn't do any of it. We're at an hour already, so
I'm only 1/3 of three people.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's quickly review our homework really quick. We're gonna pause here. We're gonna look over our homework assignments, and then we're gonna come back together and yell at Kevin because nothing will change, and he still would have done none of it. Okay, so let's pause here, refill our glasses, and get back into it. Okay. Okay, so welcome back to the second part of what we decided is going to be part A. The whole attempt to try to make these things under an hour, I think, is just going to be a complete, utter, continuous failure. So since we still haven't talked about a bunch of things that we wanted to get to, we're going to break this one up into part A and part B. Yes, everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so let's talk about maybe one more thing and then call this part A, and then we'll move on to more drinking and part B at a later time. It'll be our awesome 2-part Super Bowl extravaganza episode.
Super what?
Exactly.
Bowl. It's like a big bowl. Where
I believe
like a bowl of snacks.
I believe they take a pig and throw it around, if I understood the concept of the game correctly, right? No? Okay. Maybe they do it differently in my country. Okay, so before you guys, are you guys still drinking pretty much the same thing? Did anybody switch it up?
No.
Did anybody switch it up during
done?
Halftime? Anybody switch up halftime? I get football references.
I'm not
cool.
going to be around for part B. I'll just let you know that now.
You mean for the next quarter? Because each part has a.
Oh God!
Did you guys see the stain on my shirt? Excuse me while I go wash it with my Tide detergent.
I'll save this. Remind me about the other commercial in part B later on.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Kevin, ask you about the other commercial.
In
Thank
part
you.
B.
Yeah, this is still part A.
Oh, sorry.
Wait,
okay.
Do you guys want to do like we did the scale? Do you want to reverse it? Do you want this thing to be part B and the next thing will be part A?
No, that's too much mathing.
Would you like to
when we start using letters instead of numbers, I lose it all. So
Would
That's
you
up
li-
to Skippy if it's good marketing or not.
would you like to do the Cyrillic alphabet, or is it going to get confusing because there's going to be part A and part B?
Speaking of,
Or the
speaking
Hebrew
of,
alphabet? Would you like an alpha and a beta? What?
no. Speaking of
Wait, no,
Russian,
Aleph.
I opened up Skype on my phone for the first time today, and for whatever reason, it started it was recommending, like, I assume is your
Yes,
family
me
for
too.
tax
Wait,
and stuff. And I
I
was
was
like, what
like,
the?
why the hell would I
wait.
have
You
these
got
people recommended to me?
hold
I
on.
got
You guys
that
started talking all
text.
over each other, so I have no idea what either one of you just said. It started recommending what, like Russian mail order brides? Is that what happened?
Yes, yeah, no,
Except they
your
were male
family
brides.
for contacts for me. Like, I'm pretty sure I got your dad
Yes.
as a contact
Yep.
recommendation.
Me
Oh
too.
God, Skype is so bad. Why would it do that? Why?
Because
Because they don't care about privacy.
Oh
I
my
only know
God.
the two of you, so it says, well, you might know the people that these people know.
Oh God, I
That's
can't
very
even.
simple thinking. If you were writing a program or teaching an AI, that's what you would tell it to
I
do,
was
right?
just saying, so my dad, who's even worse at technology than you guys, is gonna turn on Skype, to call his relative, and is gonna go, "Oh, who this Jerry and Kevin? Let me call him. I tell him why Trump's good for them.
I see if they like potatoes.
Yes. Maybe they too want to make America great again."
He's already diluted by all the contacts you have in your Skype. So I don't think we're going to be popping up front.
I think my father's
So,
diluted it with more than just contacts from Skype, but that's a whole nother topic. Hey, since well, okay, so it's my fault. I brought up politics. I noticed that there was a topic on here really quick, and maybe we can sort of close out with it because before we move on to good stuff, is somebody mentioned Schultz, the CEO of the ex-CEO of Starbucks, running for president. Who brought that up?
that was me, because he's running independent, and the way I see it, and I believe lots of other people see it,
Oh
there,
fuck! Trump's going to keep
yeah,
on for another
well,
4 years.
Democrats and Republicans. And when I say Democrats, that's Democrats and independents. So let's say, the Democratic Party the DNC is going to pick their front runner. But if this guy Schultz is also running as an independent, then that's going to split what is effectively the Democratic vote. And the Republican vote is going to get everyone from the Republicans, because
That's what it's supposed to be.
exactly. So we're not, even though we say we can be more of a three-party, or we're more than a two-party system, we are effectively a two-party system. We have Republicans
We're more
and
like a one and a half party system because the Democrats are just basically mainstream Democrats are basically centrist at this point, which is why you have something like that guy Northam for Virginia, who's just like, was it Virginia or West Virginia? The guy who's just, the story came out in the last couple of days where they found old high school yearbook photos of him posing in blackface next to people dressed as KKK members.
He
a
said it wasn't him.
Republican. That's what
Oh,
CNN said.
yeah, that was great, by the way. It was like, oh, CNN accidentally said he was a Republican. Yeah, okay, the way Fox News has been referring to Republicans who fuck up and are caught for pedophilia as Democrats by accident for the last 20 years. Yeah, I don't. How
And
is he
then
claiming
Trump
it's not?
went after the other guy, right? It starts with a G. I forgot his name.
I don't know. I can't tell them apart anymore. I will assume though. I mean, sorry. I will admit though that when the day that the story came out and it said like Governor Northam's old yearbook photos surfaced showing him wearing blackface and KKK. My first reaction was, oh, they got another Republican, and then I was like, oh wait, no, he's a Democrat, and then it was like, yeah, it's just no, just so
Except
little
he can't
difference.
be both of them because it's one picture of both.
It's
So
it's obviously there's literally a debate going on now about how much shoe polish it takes to properly do blackface. This is so ridiculous and just horrible and
Oh yeah,
but
that's
it
right.
wasn't
Because
me. He said it wasn't
I
me.
didn't want to put too much on, because that's got to be difficult to take off.
yeah, and people were like, why do you know how much shoe polish it takes to do blackface? Even if you didn't do it, why do you know that answer? Like, why? Like, it's really bad. So yes, anyway. So going to what we were saying before, yes, the Democratic list of candidates right now is growing. Booker is now running as well. So
Yes.
well, that's because so I think that the Democratic Party is now stacking mainstream Democrats against the progressives because they need to find one that actually has a chance. Because right now you've got Warren, Sanders is probably going to run. You've got Tulsi Gabbard, if I'm pronouncing her name right. She's progressive, and I think there's one more. So now the mainstream Democrats are going to be putting up Booker, Carmela Harris, Kirsten Gillibrand. I know I'm butchering all their
Yep.
names, but
That was basically it.
there's a Joe Biden possibly running. So that's kind
He
of
said he was.
no. Biden's considering it. Neither
Oh.
Biden nor Bernie Sanders officially announced it yet, but it's believed that both are going to. I'm actually surprised to see that both Booker and Carmela Harris both running because they're pretty close. Although if I had to pick between the two of them, I would definitely vote for Kamala Harris. Booker is an asshole. I do not want him as president at all. He's like that typical corrupt, paid-for Democrat. I don't want him. Him and Gillibrand are basically another Hillary Clinton. I don't want that crap.
Gillibrand's right around in my backyard.
Okay, we'll tell the FBI. I don't know what those...
with the dogs. Like,
no, my point is she's local.
They'll never find her because I used the good shovel this time. I told you, pig farms. Why was nobody listening to me?
The beetles, the domestic beetles. That's the way to go.
Oh my God.
Good times.
Oh God, here comes the Secret Service breaking down his door. Sir, we have you on record. Oh, it was a joke. I was doing it for the mattresses.
Whoa! They'd be like, "Sir, we have you."
Yeah, you're like a loud.
Listen to the podcast. Score.
Woohoo! People are listening.
Famous.
Look what I did.
Gonna be on 2020.
You hear the loud knock at his door. That must be my mattress. That was quick. Oh my God. If I have an unmarked van outside my house next week, Kevin, I swear to God.
Oh my God. So
for the record. Wait. I gotta clear the record.
Hey guys, there's a van outside my window that says "Flowers by Irene." Is that what? No, go ahead.
I mean, she's local to my district.
You know, you said that in such a creepy way.
Local to my district.
Yeah.
So true story here. So I have, you know how a lot of routers now have your private network and your public network.
What?
So
wow.
Hold on.
Part B is going to be amazing.
Router. Never mind. Okay.
Router.
Yes. Okay.
Or you English? Should I say router?
Yeah. Ye oldie router.
Yes. So my public access router SSID is something like FBI surveillance fan.
Oh, that's hilarious. I haven't seen that a million times on a million other websites. Exactly. You're so clever.
Exactly.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Have you
no.
really?
So like a few months ago when I was moving and I was getting a pod delivered, the portable on-demand storage things, the guy who was delivering the pod was like, I swear to God this happened. He's like, dude, some crazy shit's going on around here. I'm like,
oh no.
And he's like, there's an FBI van around here. And I was like,
seriously?
I swear to God this happened. Like I was looking at Wi-Fi and there's this thing that says FBI surveillance van. I was like, yeah, that's my guest Wi-Fi. I was just being stupid and silly, and
you should have gotten his name. Like if his name was like Barry, you should have quickly changed it to like nothing to see here, Barry. He's like, oh
my God. Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
You're gonna have to edit the volume on that one.
Oh, that poor soul. Wait, I have a question. Why do you have a public access?
Because if people like Kevin or you show up,
so just like Kevin, because I'm never showing up.
It's still a password. It's not free open.
Exactly.
Oh no,
Exactly.
I was just curious. I hide mine, so I was just curious why. I know some people don't know how to hide theirs or don't know even know that's an option, but I always hide mine.
Yeah, no, if I do that, then like whenever my wife and or my kid or someone's like, how do I get on your Wi-Fi? It's not that. I don't think that. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal around here. So,
Oh,
although I probably should now with where I'm living now, but yeah, I don't know. We'll
okay.
figure it out later.
Okay. All right. So what do you think about the whole thing? So you're just worried that Schultz is going to be taking votes away from
I do.
legitimate
I agree.
candidates.
I do. Yeah. And I think that basically you have two camps. You have the people that are Republican, like I have my gun and my Bible and immigrants are bad. And you have
You're not
everyone else.
speaking rhetorically about other people, right?
No, no, no.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry. I thought you were telling us about your presidential platform.
Yes,
This is
yes.
how Jerry's announcing he's running for office.
Exactly.
I got
Exactly.
my Bible and my guns and fuck the immigrants. More on that in
uh,
part B.
and then
So speaking of which,
yeah,
so we should
exactly.
wrap it up for part A, huh?
And then
Yeah. Well, I
you
Or
want to
should
have
it be
hear.
an organic transition?
I want it. Well, it won't be now you won't stop talking about it. But yeah, I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear that sexy dance won't save you. I wanted to hear Jerry's final thoughts on Schultz, and then I figure we transition to something else.
No, no, I think that everyone else is going to be Democrat or independent, or the type of people that are running as independents would take voters away, so to speak, from the Democratic side rather than the Republican side.
Well, so a couple things to consider. First of all, that Schultz up to this point is pretty much seen as a gigantic joke, and no one is taking his run seriously. That the other thing to consider is that
No one took
the
Trump seriously,
that is very
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
there you go.
and
Thank you.
yes,
That's an
that is true.
excellent.
and Schultz is worth more than Trump.
Well, everybody, I think I'm worth more than Trump at this point. I'm
No,
not.
not. I don't mean character. I mean
Oh,
financially.
yeah, I'm better than Trump in your eyes. Thank you. That's the nicest thing I ever said. But there's also the fact that the Green Party is going to be running again. Like the Jill Steins and I don't know if Gary Johnson's going to be back, but Jill Stein is going to be running again.
They'll
Just so
never
you know.
stop.
Yeah, but there was some contention after the last election. There's still a big debate going on whether the Green Party is the one that handed Trump the win. I will argue endlessly that's not what happened,
No, the
but that is a
Russians
whole
handed
nother thing.
Trump the win.
Well, yeah, there's that. But
But
people who,
again, the thing is that there are Republicans and then there's everyone else. And Green Party, Independent, whatever, Democrat, that's kind of all in that everyone else. So
so your fear. So I understand you're saying the independents and the Green parties are drawing votes away from the Democrats, and then it's just those. Whereas on the Republican side, that doesn't happen. Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
say?
it'll become too split, and the Republicans will win on like let's say 35% or something.
Well, don't
yeah,
forget. So yes, that fear is legitimate, but don't forget on the Republican side, you do have like the Libertarian Party that draws votes away from the Republicans. Gary Johnson took a shit ton of votes from Trump, as did the guy who ran in, I want to say, was it Ohio or Utah? There was a guy in the last election where they thought that he would actually pull one of the states. It was this really weird thing. I can't remember his name because it's May. But in one of the states, there was a guy that was running very much, I wouldn't say neck and neck, but close to Trump's numbers. It's a red state. And there was this really weird theory running around, which was accurate, that said that technically he could actually win the presidency because if neither Trump nor Clinton clenched the majority, because that guy was going to pull enough electoral votes to keep both of them away from from hitting that number. It was going to go to some weird runoff, or like it was going to be like left up to like Congress, and at that point Congress was Republican controlled, and they said they really were terrified of Trump becoming president, so they would actually probably vote for that third guy. It was really weird. I got to look up his name. It was beyond a long shot, and it didn't even matter because Trump won that state handedly either way. But it was that weird of an election where that was actually in the realm of possibility.
wow. Well,
Yeah,
that's okay. You'll have plenty of time before the next episode to look that up.
yeah. I'm actually going to do it right now, and that is actually a great way to wrap this one up, Jerry. Thank you for leading us towards the end. So we're going to call this part A, and we're once again going to take a refill slash possible pee break, and then we'll see how our sobriety is affecting our motor and vocal skills, and we may return for part B. Does that sound like a plan?
Roger that.
All right, who's doing the halftime show? Super Bowl references are the best. All right, we'll see everybody in part B. See ya.